All right.
What's the closest you've ever gotten to a cell tower?
What are you doing? Are you sneaking up on me?
Is that a cell tower?
No, those are lights.
Oh.
That is actually the perfect thing to Trippy Spin. Trick series! Trick series! Let's do a trick series.
So we keep getting requests, more tricks.
All right, Trippy Spin. So Matty Stunts actually invented this trick, and I think he called it the Cyclone. And I don't think he necessarily appreciated me renaming. I didn't mean to. I forgot what it was called, and I was like, ah, it's a Trippy Spin. I like the name better anyway.
We're good up until this point.
Up until that, when? Well, we just, I don't think
we post this video.
So you know, like an orbit's like this?
Yeah, right.
A Trippy Spin's like this.
All right.
This is one of those kind of mind-bending inverted tricks. I really recommend you find a really high obstacle, because you're going to be pointing your camera at the sky and thrusting backwards. You're not going to be able to see the ground, so you don't have a visual point of reference as to how high you are. So if you can have a spotter help you to let you know that you're getting close to the ground, that can be helpful. But something like this is ideal, because not only is it tall, it also flares out at the top, so it gives you more of that visual point of reference. It's not just like a straight pole. You've actually got like a larger thing at the top that you can stare at while you spin around it. This quad has the Brain FPV flight board, which has the industry's only graphical on-screen display. So I'm going to, on my on-screen display, show the position of my sticks, take that DVR, and then we can cut it in with the DVR footage. All right, so this trick is essentially the inverse of an orbit. So you see with the orbit how I'm pushing the yaw and the roll in the same direction. That's
like most turns.
Like most turns, but it's just kind of continuous. What you do with the Trippy Spin and move them in the opposite direction. So you're either pulling the sticks apart from each other or you're pushing them together. So also with an orbit, you can see the ground. Maybe you want to do it kind of close to the bottom of an object. The opposite's true with the Trippy Spin. We want to get up to the top of an object. So to get comfortable, approach it a couple times, get used to looking at it, and then just get prepared to carry yourself into the actual maneuver. So you just go up, going to the right of the object, and I'm holding the sticks apart. And if you need to readjust, you can use pitch to kind of pull the object back into frame. So I used a little bit of back pitch because the object was getting too far kind of to the top of the frame. If you feel like you're getting too low, you need to add throttle, which seems kind of scary to do. And also know that when you add throttle, you're gonna move a little bit toward the obstacle, so you're gonna need to increase the amount that you're using roll and yaw to keep going around it. There, we're locked into a good one there. And we're actually gaining altitude there, so I'm gonna back off the throttle. But doing that changed my rotation, so I kind of fell out of it.
That was a good one.
That was a good one for a while. Another trick that you might find a little bit easier that kind of builds on this is like a knife edge orbit, so you can go sideways and then use forward pitch to rotate around the obstacle like that.
I think that's harder.
Is it? I thought it was easier. I learned that one first, but other people have said that. I found it helped me because you can start with the knife edge orbit and then just feed in roll and yaw until it becomes a Trippy Spin. But you don't need to hold them for nearly as long. It's really fun to hold them for a long time, but you know, you could be in the flow of something and then get back to your other tricks. I'm gonna try and do one where I push the sticks together. All of these have been pull apart, but I'm gonna try and do one where I push them together. I'm not as comfortable with that one. So when I went with them apart, I went to the right of the object. So to go with them together, I'm gonna go to the left of the object. There we go. It's not quite centered. Trying to bring it in. Really dizzy.
I am a little bit too.
This is like, yeah, it's a nauseating trick.
I'm gonna do kind of like you did and just get practice looking at it upside down.
Yeah, anything you can do to get more comfortable with the object for any trick always helps. So like if it's just kind of look at it upside down a couple times to get used to it.
Okay, so here I go again.
All right, just more yaw on that. Right. Start it lower.
Yeah, hang on. I got this.
Okay. I got this. I'm playing the coach role.
No, you're doing a great job. Damn it. All right. Well, you guys, so the viewer don't know, I actually tried this before we started filming and had no issues, and now I'm struggling.
It's one of those tricks that the more you think about it, the more you're gonna struggle with it. It's all feeling. I had trouble talking through it too. I'm gonna shut up because you're just about in it. There it is. Boom skis. And then you just find that stick position where it's doing what you want it to do, and you wanna not move them from there, you know?
Like once you get kind of locked in,
you just
like,
hold them still almost.
Yeah,
you know?
there we go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It looks sweet in third person too.
Okay, wait, now I want to try something. Here we go. Okay, so check it out. It's a power loop with a, what's it called in the middle of it? A Trippy Spin in the middle. So we come up here.
Oh, that's sick. That is sick. And then get back into it.
Boom.
That is hilarious. That is so funny that when you do it with a power loop,
you're like looking at it.
No, but you get into it first try. So whatever makes you most comfortable. For Stingy, that's a power loop. So if you,
boom!
So I just roll into it. If you have to power loop into it, whatever, apparently whatever you gotta do to make it work.
It's so funny because like if you look at it, like I'm looking at it and then just boom. And now I'm back into the dive.
Actually, I can see why you like that. So what you're doing is you're going past the obstacle. So in the loop, you already built up backwards momentum and then you just start adding
and then you see it. You're going in the right direction. You're already upside down and then you just have to go around the object.
That makes a lot of sense to do it because what I do is I go to the side of it, I pass it, kind of roll like that and then catch it. So that's how I get my backward momentum, but it's more of like a twist into it where I like that approach a lot because you go in and then just flip right into it. That's cool. I also recommend using a simulator. So it's a good trick to practice in a simulator because the first time you push the sticks together or apart, it's gonna feel totally weird. So if you get in a simulator and do it and get used to just that, like literally that tactile feeling of doing it, it's gonna help a lot. That being said, the feel between a simulator and doing it in real life is different. So just because you've mastered it in the video game, when you go to do it in real life, you're gonna like kind of trip out again. So that's it, guys. I hope this helped you kind of understand better one of the most confusing tricks in FPV. It took me a long time to feel comfortable with this. Honestly, I still don't even feel comfortable with it. It has to be a good day. Yeah, like I nailed it beforehand and then I struggled once we started filming. Right, yeah, we didn't film, you were doing them, then I'm like, okay, talk me through what you're doing, and you're like, well, I can't do it anymore. You may not have noticed, but we are actually in Shanghai, in China. And so we want to thank XFly for bringing us out here. It's been a great visit so far. Can't wait for all the upcoming things that we have. Store.rotorriot.com for all the parts that you need to build freestyle quads, just like the ones that we fly. You love this video, you know it. Check out the link in the description for a full list of all of our Trick Series videos. Yeah, you can learn all sorts of tricks from basic flips and rolls to mind-melting Matty flip stuff. And if you're still having trouble, come to QuadCap. We got dates in Houston, Knoxville, Detroit. QuadCap.com, you can see all of our upcoming dates.